And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to the DreamHack Dallas Road to EWC Group Stage Bracket C. Oh boy, we're actually wrapping up the bracket. The bracket is fully wrapping up at this point. Also, I just realized that we've been casting without some of our overlays, so I will fix that up. Beautiful. There we go. As we are jumping into our first series into our best of 3 and spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Leylines, we have the American Protoss player. We have the blue Protoss. It is Astrea. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the South Korean Terran, the Red Terran, representing Team Falcons. It is Bunny. And Group C's wrapping up. Group C's wrapping up. Currently, all the final matches are underway. So the mainstream is covering Clem versus Percival. Steadfast is covering SOS versus Bjorn, and we are covering Bunny versus Astrea. And Classic versus Lambo is being held for the mainstream. Those are the final matches for Group C. So we're wrapping up. Group D is still, I think it's still starting. Group D is still going to be underway, so there's still an entire other group after this, by the way, which has yet to really begin. So that's going to be a thing. So there have been some delays when it comes to Group D, but we'll cross that road when we get to it. So for the time being, though, we're focusing on Group C, the final series of this group. Here we go. If you're in the chat, predictions by now would have been closed, but I hope you placed your bets while you could, as this series is going to be a spicy one. Honestly, this could go either way. I said this before, I'll say it again. I do think that Astrea's best matchup is PvT. Straight up, his best matchup is PvT. He's been looking like a beast, looking like an animal in this matchup, looking very strong, very dynamic. We've seen Astrea take down Cure, we've seen him take down Bjorn. Astrea has taken down some big Terran names in recent times, and Bunny would be one of them. Likewise, Bunny has also been on the rise as well, so they're both quite competitive, both quite high in skill, and this could go either way. We're here for it, we're ready for it. As we have our economic open out of Bunny, going for a Rax expand, economic start into a later factory. Meanwhile, take up choice out of Astrea, going for his own Twilight Council. Here we go. Twilight Council out of Astrea, going into Blink. Reaper has arrived. Threatens a natural, but shouldn't get much done. As you can see, Astrea hiding his probe. Does keep it hidden, does keep it safe. As Bunny's gonna be forced back. Oh. Meanwhile, proxy dot. Zane, is that you? We just saw this. Bunny just went up against Zane, going for the same build as Bunny. Sorry, as Astrea. Oh no, he's been influenced. He's been influenced by the Zane. The Dark Shrine is on the way. Not going into Blink. My apologies, I did miss the proxy pylon. It's getting late. By late, it's getting early morning. It's almost 9 a.m. Jesus. It's 9 a.m. in the morning. We are hanging in there. Behind this, Bunny getting to his own 1-on-1, getting ready for his own mine drop. Standard opener here out of Bunny. Unlike the last game, okay, a couple of things here. Against Zane, because Bunny went double gas, he had a faster tech lab to go for the add-on swap into Raven production. Like that was more available here to Bunny. Here, that's not the case. Because of the economic starts, we're going into Winter Mine drop, into Medevac. Now the tech lab is on the way, but DTs are about to warp in. And Bunny, if he mules at the wrong moments, that could be game. We've seen this before, we can see it again. DTs, they can end the game. Bunny moving up with this drop. DTs are waddling in. And Bunny, he has no NG in the main. No NG in the main base. Here at the natural, does he mule? It's gonna be close. It's gonna be close. DT waddles in. Mine drop. He mules! No! He mules! He does mule. Here comes the mine drop. Astrea. Oh no! Ooh, he does pull away, but 5 probes go down. Nice damage at the same time. DTs are wreaking havoc, and again, there is no scan. DT in the main, DT at the natural. 0 scans available. Raven is in production. Raven's almost done, true. Raven is almost done. But this is getting out of hand. I say that. Nice rotations, buying more time. Ooh. Tank is exposed. Yeah, but the Raven has arrived. And Bunny holds. Whew, Bunny does hold. Did lose a lot of mining time and is still losing more SCVs. 8 SCVs going down. DT does waddle away, but doesn't end the game. Does not end the game. The Raven does pop, and the game continues. Whew. Okay, as the dust settles, Astrea takes the lead. Astrea is getting a third base. Astrea is on 43 workers, Bunny down to 34. At least the mine drop got some damage done. Otherwise, this would be heavily in favor of Astrea. Speaking of, Blink is done. Astrea moving out. There's one tank in the main. The natural base a little bit more exposed. We'll see if Astrea does commit. Does he go for it? Oh! Baits out the mine shot. Tank does siege. He does siege up. Bunny dropping into the main. And Marines, they unload. Recall gets forced. Oof. Takes down the medevac. Nice clean up here out of Astrea. Will bleed out 3 workers, but overall does shut this down. At the same time, drop his knight here towards the natural. Bunny is holding. Sorry, Astrea is holding. Astrea, he's holding on. And Bunny's contained. For the time being, he's contained here on 2 bases. Now working towards Stim, +1, combat shields. Once the upgrades kick in, then Bunny can break out. Until then, he's contained on 2 bases. Force even a third down the turret. Bay is now on the way for Astrea. This is interesting. It's been very trendy, as I'm sure you're aware, to go in this matchup from Blink into Charge into Storm, not Colossus, because the NG overcharge, right? Storm has been very trendy as of late, but here Astrea is going more old school into Colossus production instead. Goes into main, he wants Stim! 3 seconds, 3 seconds away, down to 2, down to 1, and Stim does finish in time. Ooh, very close, very clutch. Yeah, Astrea 1 second too late, literally 1 second too late. Stim does complete. Bunny, he can break out. Without Stim, he'd be stuck at home. Dark Templar does hit the main army, forces out a scan. Ooh, the observer goes down as well. Value scan. And here we go, the boys, we're just going for the all-in. The boys are being pulled, it's all or nothing for Bunny. Either he kills the Astrea or dies trying, Charge is done, he wants the tanks. Going for the medevacs. Instead, tank volume is going to be going up, but the tanks are still going down. Massive mine shots. Tanks do fall, but the boys are here. The boys are moving in. Oh, nice target firing there by Astrea, going for the Raven. Raven does survive. Force fields, they lock down the SCVs. But there's still so many Marines, so many Marauders. 14 Marines. Astrea, he evacuates. He has to evacuate, has to pull away. He abandons the third, taking a slow, catching reinforcements. Nice catch. Marines and Marauders. Picking up whatever he can. Astrea has to race back. He is racing back. There's 2 Widowmines with the main army. Colossus has arrived. Oh no! The mine shots! No! The mine shots! Oh my god! One mine connects. Colossus getting low. Zelda coming from behind, a bit of a lopsided attack. But Astrea takes down 13, 15 SCVs. Bunny pulling away. Resaturating his natural. He's making SCVs. Astrea, he's holding. He holds. He's holding on. He's now retaking his third base. Moving up with Zealot Realmwise, trying to keep up with the Raven. The game does continue. But Bunny's in a rough position. He lost so many SCVs there. He's down to 36. Remember, he pulled the boys. That was meant to end the game, and he didn't. Did not end it. Wondering if I will still be casting when I wake up. I'm going to be casting in 11 hours. 11 hours from now, we'll be live. I'm hoping to at least sleep 8 hours. I would love to. I have not slept 8 hours in a long time. But depends when we wrap up Group D. Like, this is the final series of Group C, but Group D is around the corner, and Group D has yet to begin. So there's a lot there. As the proxy gets found. Astrea, he knows the army's out of position. He just goes for the kill. Oh, might also. Nice hold position micro. Takes down the Widow Mines. No major damage, just picks off some of the depots. Astrea gets the hell out of there, doesn't want to get surrounded. Astrea does pull away. Astrea resaturating his third base, long distance mining here towards the right hand side. Now the army supply is still heavily in favor of Bunny, and he pulls the boys for a second time. He's crazy. Let's go. Just keep pulling the boys, papi. Just keep going. Astrea getting a fourth. Ooh, that's not gonna help. Fourth base on the way. Here we go. We have a wall of shield batteries. Astrea, he needs time. There we go. There's a cancel. DT coming in from behind. Dark Template does strike. Does avoid the Raven. Like by simming in. Very nice force fields. Up with the Vikings. There are how many? 7 Vikings here for Bunny. The Colossus are very low. They're out of range of the shield batteries. Astrea, he's getting caught out. Colossus goes down. Losing one, losing both Colossus. Again, the shield batteries, there's 5 of them. But the Colossus were out of range. It's a tough hold for Astrea, but he takes on 14 SCVs. Vikings force to land. Brutal mine connections. Mine's just a solid. Oh, he blinks in. He's crazy. Oh my god. He does blink in, and he has enough. Yeah, he has enough. Astrea, he will shut this down. DT's in the mix. GG gets called. Astrea, he holds it. Astrea takes game number 1. Whew. GG. Astrea takes the lead and takes game 1. And getting a very intense back and forth. Bunny just non-stop pulling the boys. Now, the reason why I pulled the boys the first time, the reason why he went for the all-in was because of the economic damage he sustained from the DTs. He did fall behind. And because he fell behind, macroing from there, he would stay behind. So the goal was to go for the all-in to try to catch Astrea off guard. Alas, Astrea, he was able to shut it down ahead of time. He did scout it as it moved out, was able to slow it down, and in the end overwhelm. From there, Bunny made the decision for the second all-in. Again, like, once the first all-in fails, you can't macro out of it. Or, I should say, at this level of play, you shouldn't be able to. Your opponent should be able to punish you instead. And deny that. So with that, GG well played. Bunny, he committed, was barely not able to pull it off, and with that, Astrea takes that lead. Now we're getting ready for game 2, going to be loading into Ultra Love. Getting into Ultra Love for that second game. Thanks for casting. Oh, you're welcome. The original. You're welcome. De nada, de nada. So we're getting into game number 2 and spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Ultra Love, we have our American Protoss player leading the series 1-0 and 1 game away from advancing on into the next round. It is Astrea. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have the South Korean Terran player, the Red Terran representing Team Falcons down in the series. We'll see if he can bounce back. We'll see if he can recover. It is Bunny. Here we go. As we are setting up, and we're settling in. Go again, a cheeky build last game from Astrea to go for the initial proxy Dark Shrine, inspired by Zane, I'm sure. Meanwhile, double gas. Remember last game, Bunny went for an economic opener. This time, double gas out of Bunny, going for a faster factory, much more tech heavy here from our Terran player, and this does make sense coming into Ultra Love. Welcome one and all to Ultra Love. Ultra Love is one of the smaller maps in the map pool, known for aggression, known for all-ins early on. We have said this before, but this map is a map of extremes. What I mean by that, the rush distance by ground is short, so all-ins can be favored, but if we don't see all-ins, then it's actually quite easy to defend on 4 bases and to cut the map in half, to split the map in half and force a longer macro game. So we often see one or the other, either an all-in or a longer macro late game. And we'll see which it's going to be. As a Bunny does take his factory. Of course, Astrea is fully aware. As Reaper has arrived, the probe is going to be hunted down. As Bunny moves out, claiming a CC on the low ground. And we're waiting to see the tech of choice here from Bunny. Reactor on the racks. There's that 1-1-1. Widowmine first. Not rushing into the tech lab. Okay. I would imagine it should be Widowmine into tech lab into tank production, but keep an eye on Bunny. Go for a Cyclone. You can go for tech lab into add-on swap into Cloak Banshee. So far, yep, Widowmine into tech lab as to be expected, but whether the tech lab is left on the factory or going for a switch, we'll see. Starport is done. Medevac is on the way. No add-on swap. Not yet. Here comes the initial Cyclone. Behind this, Astrea going into Twilight Council into Blink. This time, not DTs, not a Dark Shrine. Not this time. Here we go. Bunny does move out. Astrea attempting to expand. He did go for a 3-gate setup though, so he does have enough to defend. Yeah, he's got his 3 gateways. He has his stalkers. Bunny moving in, and behind this, ooh, does go for the tech lab. Tank, Banshee, hyper aggression once again. Bunny, he might pull the boys with this. Like, he's building up a really early tank count. Banshee as well. More tanks, more Banshees on the way. Right now, Bunny just distracting. Will lose the medevac. Takes down the Stalker in the process. Boys are being pulled. Astrea, he will hold. But it's not about this first wave. It's about the second wave. It's about the tanks and Banshees that are massing. No cloak. And we spoke about it, right? We spoke about how in Ultra Love we have seen a lot of 2-base all-ins. And Bunny is looking to meet that expectation. He's gearing up. He's getting ready. Another Rax on the way. Astrea takes a 3rd base. Astrea has yet to confirm, has yet to scout. Now moving in with the hallucination. Is somewhat aware. The main base is exposed. It goes into the main. Bunny out of position. Tech lab being sniped. That will slow down the tank production. Nice pickup. Likewise spots the main army. Sees the tank out. Ooh, at the same time, Banshee into the main. Astrea know where it needs to be. Oh. Picks off a tank. Nicely done. Back at home, 4 probes do fall. Likewise, Astrea not quite able to control in time. Astrea bleeding out a lot of stalkers. These are expensive losses. As Astrea pulls away. Bunny, 30, he's expanding. Let's go, 3rd CC. Not an all-in. This is committed. This is aggressive with Banshees and tanks, but he is not going all-in. He is expanding. I wasn't expecting that, I'll be honest. But let's go. We all stalkers intercept. Catching out more Marines, dragging back the army. Astrea doing what he can to buy time. Little does he know that, again, Bunny is expanding. And Astrea contently here just saturating his 3rd. And she does hit the main, gets another 4 probes. A lot of workers have gone down for Astrea. But we're getting into a longer game. We're building up. getting to a longer game. Here we go, Bunny going for his third. Boys are being pulled, massive dive. Astrea, he dives in, he gets one, he gets both tanks, massive pickoff. Tanks are going down. Mine shall say even force a bit of friendly fire. And Bunny, he will hold. Yes, Bunny Marauders. He does hold the line. But brutal losses here from Bunny, and with a low tank count, he's vulnerable. He cannot expand. He cannot expand, not like this. Meanwhile, Astrea with high ground vision, he can try to snipe Stim. Oh no, not Stim. Stim's gonna finish. So his combat shields, finishing up too quickly. Astrea moves out. Upgrades are done. Once again, Astrea not going into Storm, going into Colossus production. Colossus are on the way. Kites back, takes down the Marauder. That's kiting out of Astrea. Bunny now moving in, taking his third base. We're building up towards a longer macro game. Now, we did mention this before, how this map was a map of extremes, and we can head towards the late game. Like, we can get there. Oh. Bunny bleeds out a couple of SCVs. I mean, Astrea, he's getting there himself. 70 probes. Astrea with a booming economy. The army is still somewhat lacking for Astrea, but the economy is there. Astrea does intercept. Oh. Alas, Bunny, he doesn't care. He just sends it across the map. Astrea, he's vulnerable. Astrea, he's not ready for this. Just trying to buy some time. Base is under fire. At the same time, Prism into the main. The game is getting chaotic. Zealous towards the third, Zealous into the main base as well. Fourth base goes down for Astrea, gets supply blocked. But these Zealous are wreaking havoc. They're trading well. Bunny, he pulls back home. We don't see the Colossus. He wants none of that. So he does pull away. Alright, Zealous time to Prism. The game is getting a little bit chaotic here. Astrea, he has 72 workers, but he's oversaturated, right? He's long distance mining from the would-be fourth base. Bunny down in workers, but now taking his third. Has more efficient saturation. The army as well is very high quality. Marines, Marauders, Widow Mines. Has 1-1 upgrades. Can trade well with this. Astrea, he spots the army. Disruptors on the way. Astrea still trying to just buy some time. I'll say dive into the mineral line. Short side over. Oh. There it goes off. Does catch one Widow Mine. Oof. The other one does connect. Bunny going for the third. Astrea, does he have enough? He has to pull the boys. Boys are being pulled. Vikings, they just go ham. They get one Colossus already. They get one. They get two. And Bunny, I think he's just done it. There's no more Colossus. Marines, they can just stim in. There's no splash damage. 15 probes go down. Bunny at the same time, he's on a low SCV count. Bunny is all in. Oh, bold recall. And recall is denied. Zelta racing back. You do miss the reinforcements. Astrea trying to collapse in. Catching out some of the army. Astrea pulling away, still enjoying a greater economy. The longer this goes on, the better it can be for Astrea, but Bunny's not stopping. Oh. And Bunny moving in. Does push forward. Oh, shots it over. Oh, brutal connection. And Nova takes down the bio. And Bunny, it's all or nothing. He has to keep going, has to keep pushing in. Takes down more workers, he has to control the high ground, and depowers the robo. And Bunny can still look to end the game. But he's being overrun, he's overstimmed, and Medivacs are out of NG. Nova doesn't go up. Wait, the Medivacs are all going down. Oh my god, barely anything remaining. That was everything that Bunny had. Does kill 14 pros, but he has 28 SCVs. He doesn't have an economy himself. And Astrea moving out, catching up orders, catching reinforcements. And Astrea, I think he's finally done it. It's been very messy, very intense, very back and forth. But Astrea shuts down the bio, takes down the Medivacs, heads for the final mining base here of Bunny. Oh god, the SCVs, sorry, the force fields are brutal. SCVs, they cannot escape. Oh, Astrea running into mines. Running into widow mines. Astrea doesn't commit to the fight. But Astrea behind this. Okay, he has an economy, he has now a Colossus as well. Oh. Astrea pulling away. Bunny, 26 SCVs, that's... He hasn't made a worker in quite some time. That's why the SCV count is so low, and it stayed low. Just not making any workers. Bunny, 26 SCVs, that's more than enough. Too much? Maybe it's too much. That's just enough to pull. Bunny rotating over. Does rotate, they'll run back here into the mid line once again. Astrea just punishing what little economy the Bunny has left. Astrea coming in for a surround, and he locks down the army. Astrea, he's doing it, he's pulling it off. Let's go. For his people, for Dallas, GG gets called, and Astrea, he will take the series 2-0, advancing on to the next round. GG. Whew, GG, well played, congratulations. A very intense series, but it does go the way of Astrea. 2-0, congratulations. Takes down Bunny. Again, Bunny going for non-stop aggression. Yes, this game Bunny did expand to take a third base, but never made any SCVs. He never made any workers. He was committed. He was hyper aggressive despite the third base. He was just non-stop in the face of Astrea. And Astrea, he barely held on. It was quite close. Astrea, he was doing a great job at crippling the economy, and Bunny likewise doing a great job at being active with the army, trading well, sniping bases, but didn't quite trade well enough. GG, well played. With that, Astrea, he will take it, he will advance on, and he's going to be featured tomorrow against Clem. Clem just took down Percival 2-1, and of course Astrea just took down Bunny. Clem versus Astrea will be played out tomorrow. Best of luck.